Okay, it's about, I think it's about 5:30 in the morning. I just brought out, it's probably too dark to see any of this stuff. It's January 11th, 2012. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's too dark to see anything except for the lights. Well, since you can't see this stuff anyway, I brought out the water. I have 3 empties, 1 full one, and 1 partially full. The water cooler had stopped working, and when I looked at one of the waters in there, I developed some hives. I'm allergic to spiders. And when I looked at the water in it, it had sediment floating around in it, so I'm assuming somebody had one in their basement or something, and then all this crap was not cleaned out when they cleaned out the water cooler, when they refilled the bottle rather. And it actually got to the point where you had to take the cap off. There's usually a little pressure thing, but you had to take the cap off to get the water to even flow. Anyway, when I took the water off, it was an oily sediment floating around on the top of the water in the water cooler machine. So I'm canceling my deliveries from Shenandoah Water. I'm going to just start drinking Crystal Geyser water again from the Big Lots. So, it was really weird because I just got like all allergic for no reason. I couldn't figure out why. I got sick for a day. And then when I looked in the water cooler, in the water, because the cooler wasn't, the water wasn't flowing, I saw that junk. That's enough to make your day. Anyway, the water delivery guy should be here probably within an hour, and I left him a note, and he'd pick all that junk up. Anyway, beyond that, today I'm going to work on that bumper. It's a little early yet to do it. I'm going to make some coffee right now. Okay, time for the daily doings. I'm going to wire brush this for a while with a drill brush, and I'm going to try to hammer it straight. I have to go outside and get my torch and stuff. It's all wet. I forgot to get that. I gotta go get that. What a crappy day it is out there. Yeah, it really turned pretty bad out. Hard. Okay, I got George's level, so I can see how far the runout is on this. I'm gonna try to get it all straight. It doesn't seem too bad, except in spots. I got the torch, some hammers, and I got a lighter, so let's start heating that up and hammering it out. Alright, I blocked the back up with a piece of wood. I've got it on a somewhat level concrete floor. And just make sure none of these electrical cables get pinched. I'll do some blacksmithing here. This is going to take quite a while to heat this enough to where it pins easy, since this is such a good heat sink. George is upstairs arguing with his wife about politics, which is kind of comical. I should go tape that. I'm gonna be nice and not tape it though, but I should. Anyway, I'm gonna probably burn up all this nap gas doing this. I have a couple of cans of propane in the garage as well. I might get them if they run out. Straightening the ones out from the outside is not going to be hard. It's hitting it from the inside is going to be a pain in the butt. Once it gets red hot, I'll start hammering it like a blacksmith. Okay, I did the insides of the top side best I can for now. I'll probably have to do it again after I bash these top parts down. I'm going to do the inside of the bottom side and the outside of the top side now. I'll start with the outside of the top side just to see if I screw it up and have to do the inside again. Yeah, little by little I hammered this part here pretty straight. This bottom dent's being a problem. I think I got the inside part of it pretty good. I'll probably have to return to this. I'm going to put a straight edge on this. I'm going to do that big dent over there. What I'm trying to do is I expand it at the point of the bend, and then I hammer it down. This metal's pretty twisted, but if I can get it within like 1/16 of an inch, then the bolts, and it's on the outside, then the bolts will pull in the rest once I put the frame in there. I can actually heat it and fatigue it back into where it's supposed to be at that point. As you can see, I'm starting to straighten it out with the hammer. Not too bad. I'm trying to get this in line with that other dent, and then I'll hammer it back from the other side so it'll become part of this other dent, this inward dent. I got that big hook out of it. As you see, I got the big hook out of it, and it's no longer an outward dent. So I've got a little inward dent to pull out there, and got another inward dent right here. This one's going to be a pain because it's long, and this torch isn't really that hot relative to the grand scheme of things, and it heat dissipates before I can hammer it out. Waiting for George inside of DuPont. He's been really argumentative. He keeps losing the arguments, but he argues anyway. Well, George splurged for subs, so that was pretty nice of him. I got pastrami sub. Man, it is cold down here. And I'm going to try to wrap this thing up tonight as far as getting it prepped for paint. If I can find the George's big pipe wrench, I'll pull off that ball. Only really 2 dents to deal with left on this thing, one there and then one right there. All the rest I've pretty much straightened out. Doesn't look too bad. So I get that little end one, and then this one's a hard one. I already pounded it out. I pound it back and forth a few times. Maybe I can. That one's bent right to the right at the angle, which is going to be a pain. Yeah, the bottom one's looking pretty good now. So I'm down to one real dent to deal with. It's a little bit of a smile going out on there. Nothing major to worry about. I can, after I get the framework in, I can deal with that. Yeah, I'm having trouble with this dent because it's all the metal is stretched out. This is the one where George slammed the brakes on the Sprint, and it slammed the chain in and almost pulled the bumper off. So, I don't know how I'm going to fix this one. Maybe it'll fix. I gotta get this to be one line instead of an S, and then I can straighten it from there. Oh, it's getting there. I'm gonna flip it around and do it from the other side now. And it takes a little longer because it's really cold and the heat's dissipating before it's softening the metal. It's not staying soft long enough to hammer it. I think I'm running out of map gas too because it keeps flickering. Either there's a bad oxygen problem down there. But it's getting there. Okay, that side's down to the point where it's gotta be, I gotta flip it and push it back down again. But I worked a lot of it out so far. I skanked up the metal a little bit by messing with the hammer. I'm gonna have to grind that. That's no big deal. There's a little bow right here I'm gonna take care of before flipping it. Flipped it back over. You can see it's you can't see because of the stupid lighting in here. But that's the bend. It's getting down there. I'm noticing I have a little bow over here too. Yeah, I keep getting in the way of the lighting. So I'll deal with those two now. Slow but sure, you can see the line. It's working its way out. I keep hitting it back and forth. It's really rough because this metal is stretched. Well, that's the best I can get it for now. What I need is a 7 5/8 spacer. It's about 1/8 of an inch bent in here, all the way down. So, and I'm running out of map gas, so I'm not going to be able to bang that out without a spacer. So I can localize it. It's right up here. It's right on the bottom. I'm not sure that the whole thing's not like bowed a little, but it isn't that bad. So I'm gonna abandon the that. I've got that pretty darn close now. Once I get the spacer, I can perfect it. So what I'm gonna do is wire brush it now the rest of the way and try to find the pipe wrench to pull off that ball. Well, George did find his pipe wrench, so I'm going to pull that ball off. Yeah, even that was a pain in the butt to get off. Well, everything's so difficult with this bumper. Anyway, it's looking pretty good now. It's pretty straight. I can get the frame inside of it if I get the frame made. And that's what I'm going to do. Make a custom frame, drill it, bolt it on, and there we have it. So that's the plan. Wow, as thick as this steel is, there's a rust hole in there. It's pretty wild. It's not in a real critical spot, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, this bumper's all ready for rust development spray at this point. So I gotta either find some of that or buy some of that, and I don't know if I can get that tonight. I don't think so. Probably have to get that tomorrow. Well, now it's time for my favorite beer. George gave me 6 of these for New Year's. I still have all 6 left. Now I'll have 5 left. I don't drink a lot, obviously, anymore. Oh, another trip up to the storage unit. I go check and see if I have any rust developer left. I don't remember if I have any left. I think I do. I'm not exactly sure where it would be, but I did put all my chemicals in one area, so I'm pretty sure if I have it, I can find it. about 10 o'clock at night right now. Yeah, it's really lonely and desolate tonight. This place is really spooky at night. Alright, I angled the truck so I can see. So I have George's flashlight so I can find my flashlight with it. It says it's getting kind of dim. Let's see if I got some of that stuff. Yeah, it's just about to give up. And I found it. So hopefully I have enough in this one can. It's about probably 3/4 of a can left because all I used it for was the roof of this van had some holes in it. And I body worked it. That's why I took that big piece off of this van because it had rust under it in the first place. Anyway, it used to rain inside the van just like it does in my house. Anyway, I'm going to go home and spray this on there, and that way it can develop overnight. Yeah, there you have it. Maybe I got about 3/4 of a can left. That should be plenty to do this. What it does is it turns the rust into this black stuff so it can be painted. This stuff works in 2 coats. You get less than 20 minutes between coats. As soon as this turns black, you're supposed to spray a second coat on it. So I'll do that in about 10 minutes. I'm going to flip it around and put the first coat on the other side and on the outsides. You do it twice, and then you let it set up for 24 hours. So it's going to be midnight tomorrow night before I can really paint this. After midnight tomorrow night, I'll be able to prime it. Yeah, I think I'm annihilating my health working on this bumper. Between the loud noise of the grinder from my ears and now I'm breathing in all this crap. Okay, it's still got a brown tint to it, so I'm gonna give it, 5 minutes or so to turn completely black. You have to do it before 20 minutes, or because in 20 minutes it you won't get, for the second coat it won't mix in with the bond of the first coat, so you don't want to wait till after 20 minutes. It's kind of chilly down here, so it's probably going to take a little extra time to cure. Alright, the second coat is done both sides. Now all I'm going to have to do is wait till like around tomorrow midnight. I'll be able to start painting this thing. I'm not going to have the frame done by then anyway, so that'd be okay. Hopefully I can find frame pieces tomorrow or tonight on eBay or something. Well, it's 1:30 a.m. so that's it for tonight. I have to let that the rust developer cure for 24 hours, so I'm not going to be working on the on that part of the bumper hitch tomorrow. I'm going to hopefully find some metal to start on a base for that tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be successful with that or not. I'll play tomorrow by ear and see what else I can get ready to rock. Why I'm focusing so hard on the trailer, as you know, is so I can get the trailer out of there and bring this blue truck in there, because I need the trailer to go with the box truck to Florida. I need this blue truck to move stuff from Jersey and Pennsylvania. So anyway, have a good night.